share, and subscribe.
2022. What you gonna do? This is cool. And this is a cool sports chronicle. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know when y'all see cool on the court hooping, you know what time it is.
Trying to carry it further.
I'm giving y'all a bonus. We got the ball. We still on the court. Check it. Yeah, so this is how the fadeaway world. NBA fans react to the picture of Gerald Henderson playing with a neck brace in the 1970s era. Quote, they don't love the game like that anymore. Ooh, shots fired to these young generation hoopers. Let me continue. One of the biggest criticisms of modern NBA is that the players are too soft. Because of the change in the rules over the last few years, the league has buckled down on the level of physicality that is allowed in the league. Fans have been quite vocal about this over the years, and one picture from the 70s that has gone viral has given new fans even more ammunition against modern generation of hoopers. A recent picture of former NBA champion Gerald Henderson playing with a neck brace on sent NBA fans into a frenzy. The tweet with the picture highlighted how modern players partake in load management. Is a tweet from Super 70s Sports. Nowadays, we got guys sitting out of games for load management. Meanwhile, in 1980, and there's a picture of Gerald Henderson with one of those clear 1975, between 1975 and 1985 style neck braces on. Well, I don't know, man. Those guys back then were tough. I came out of the 80s. I hooped in the 90s, so I had a piece of how they were playing in the NBA on the street level. Seeing this picture for the first time, I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, they went hard back then. NBA fans reacted to this picture with most of them talking about how tough Gerald was and players from this area were. One fan even brought up Calvin Murphy, a Hall of Fame player who wore a helmet at one point in his career because of a concussion. Some fans did point out that making players' health a priority is actually a good thing, but very few fans agreed with him. So there's a photo of Calvin Murphy with the helmet on. You've put this photo up before. Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy played with a helmet for a while after suffering a concussion. Hey, when you have 14 kids, as Calvin did, you can't afford to miss a game check. Damn, that tweet's from Andrew Adams. Back to the article. Clearly, NBA fans think that the modern generation of the NBA is not as tough as it used to be. These fans also called Devin Booker soft after his incident recently with the Toronto Raptors mascot, and it was just fun and games, y'all. Stop taking shit too serious. God damn. It was fun. It was all in fun. Sheesh. On the other hand, we do need to acknowledge that as tough as this move was by Gerald Henderson, it was a risk, a big risk, and could have jeopardized the rest of his career if something bad gone wrong. To an extent, we should be happy that players don't have to risk themselves in order to ensure their playing time and pay aren't affected. Well, I'm glad the NBA is far past the point of having players like Gerald Henderson come out in a neck brace. Or was it Willis Reed who had a broken leg, came out, New York Knickerbockers? Who else was hurt? Well, Paul Pierce, we know that he faked the leg injury because he shitted himself. Don't believe me? Do your research. Yeah, so I wanted to bring this article up because I do agree. This generation of NBA is gone soft. I mean, you look at, like I said, I played with some of these youngins, a lot of hoopers in college. I played with hoopers in high school. I trained hoopers before, man. This is a different generation of hooper, man. They shoot jump shots and they shoot jump shots. Only the good teams pass the ball around. You could tell, even with AAU, you could tell those teams that like to pass the ball around, share the flow. play defense. Those are the teams that usually win the championships. Those are the teams that win most of the games. In this case, you have a player like Gerald Henderson that's out there with a neck brace going hard. And in the 70s, they weren't getting multi-million dollars. They was getting paid like $30,000 a year. These regular jobs out there hooping. They wasn't making that much money. The NBA, like, it didn't just start, but they weren't making money. And I think the merger with the ABA helped out a lot. But like I said, playing on a 30,000 to 40,000. Maybe I'm lowballing it. Maybe it was in the 100,000s, but I'm a guess I'm a guess between 30,000 and 100,000, because you look at the WNBA and it's still getting started. You look at what they're going through. I'm sure those players, I know players are getting 50, 60,000 for a season. I mean, and then they're complaining, they're saying that they're not getting paid enough. I get it. Get y'all dollars up by getting that marketing up, going that hard back in the day, the 70s and 80s, because you need to get paid. You know, who knows what was on their check? If you miss a game, you don't get paid. So this Bama probably broke his neck, was like, I got to get it back out there. We got a game to play. We play Atlanta. We need this game to move in the first place, because in the 80s, 70s, and 80s, Boston was running things. So Gerald Henderson took one for the team and just went hard. You don't see that in today's league. We have to exclude COVID protocol. That's just what it is. So if you out with the protocol, we can excuse that. But look at LeBron James. These last few years, it's been some low management. Who else? Who else been on that low management tip? I'm trying to put my finger on a couple of them, man. There's been some low management stars of the game. Oh man, I remember when this shit all started. They was low managing. I think this started in Cleveland, and I want to say it started in Cleveland when LeBron was given the key to the NBA, where he could just pick and choose which player he wanted to be on his team. He had Dwayne Wade. He had I keep referencing this team because this was the team that's supposed to win it all. You had everybody and some. Fast forward to 2022. You have that same squad again. Not the exact same roster, but the same squad. You got a bunch of all-stars, and you're doing absolutely Nathaniel. Moving on. Load management is why I brought up LeBron James, and then we got into Laker talk. But again, you never heard of load management back in those days with Gerald Henderson. You seen players like that. You seen players playing casts. And I think they outlawed that because the cast was hurting folk. It wasn't the dude that was hurt. It was the dude hurting folk because people. I remember a friend of mine, man, good close friend of mine, Jay Boogie. Shout out to Jay Boogie. He played with his cast on. Like you can't keep an athletic guy down. Not with no broken arm. Maybe a broken leg, because we need that to run up and down the court. But best believe we're gonna be shooting something out there. He played with a broke hand. His whole arm covered, and nothing but whatever you put on that broke. Yeah. He put that on. The whole cast, bunch of cast, just all that. I couldn't stand playing with him because every time you reached, if you missed, that cast wasn't playing. You was beat up playing with him, especially if you reached. And the dude can dribble. And I think indeed his dribble got a lot better because he played with one arm. Load management these days. Didn't have that in the 90s. I don't know if it was even talked about in the 90s. Early 2000s, maybe. But I think they still went hard. See, that was the era of Vince Carter and Allen Iverson, Trace McGrady. Them guys went hard back then. I think this load management started somewhere around the time of old Kobe, prime LeBron. Because y'all can miss me with that. LeBron's in his prime right now. LeBron was prime LeBron back in those days. Kobe was still playing and Kobe was on his last leg. That's LeBron prime. LeBron prime, Miami Heat days. Comeback early Cleveland days when he won that with Cleveland. That's LeBron prime. There's no more. Wake up, LeBronites. Wake up, Lakers fans. That's Father Time knocking on that dude's door, and y'all watching it firsthand in the Staples Center. Oh, I'm sorry. They're not the Staples Center no more, are they? They're crypto. They're crypto arena. Let me leave the Lakers alone, man. I know y'all tired of me ragging on the Lakers, but I'm a Suns fan. What do you expect? Hey, we doing the damn thing. We got the best record in the league. Shh, shut up. That may change the next day because Golden State and Phoenix is tussling. Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant out there hooping, man. Hey, y'all better watch out. That team right there is a young and up-and-coming team. Solid. Don't let nobody go.
Hey, Brian. Got it. Watch out. Oh, shit. I got you, Brian. Hey, lob that shit.
Like and share and subscribe. DJ C-Town.